Hello and welcome everybody, this is Kristy. Today is another month gone from June. It's July and, well actually it will be July when I put this up. I'm just a few days before July. I have a project for July and it is Appliqué. So that's what we're doing. I've just realised. Oh no, that's okay. I just was doing 3 letters for each of the word. I thought I forgot to spell it wrong. I thought I spelled it wrong, but I didn't. I just had a little drink from my little tea mat that I made, and it's getting a bit worn with, you know, spilling a little bit of tea, but I love it. Saves me getting anything else dirty. All right, so Appliqué, I wanted to have a look exactly and find out the meaning of appliqué. It just says ornamental needlework in which pieces of fabric are sewn or stuck on a large piece to form a picture or a pattern. And the verb is to decorate a garment or large pieces of fabric with pieces of fabric to form pictures or patterns. Okay, so that's what we're doing, just to be sure, because sometimes there are people out there that may have come across my channel and are wondering what even appliqué is. So I thought I better put a description, give you a description of what an appliqué is. Is the description the right word? A meaning of the word appliqué. So I have I've just done a little bit of homework first. So obviously I have drawn up my square. If you don't know anything about this, go back to the beginning of my videos of January and you'll know all about it. I've got some crochet, a hexagon or a hexie, and a teacup. Now, if you're wondering where these fabrics have come from, they have come from the new Tilda range, which I wasn't going to go and get, but then I saw Corinne from 2B Love Treasures with it on her channel, and I went, oh, I better go and have a look. Well, I fell in love with the blue, and it has lots of pictures, all you cut out, and so it's going to have some great ideas. This is labels and ornaments, and the hexagon has come from this blue, which I got a metre of, and it is Tilda something blue collection. So there you are. So if you are looking for it, you better hunt the internet, because I went to my quilt shop and it's nearly all gone because I was a bit slow. I just need a drink. My throat's a bit dry. Thank you for that. Okay, let's get on. Now, I decided to cut out the cup and then I wanted to put something behind it. So I think I've balanced it out because basically I've got 2 sort of appliqué bits. I'm not sure what I want to do. I might just do blanket stitch all the way around the appliqué, or you can turn under your piece of fabric, which is what a lot of people do as well. And I've just realised I need to move that over because I forgot to put that in there, and I was thinking I was putting it up there in the corner, but I'm not. Maybe having it on on the angle, might not be so bad. I could actually move July over, but I always have it in the middle. Or I could just actually have it slightly over. This is going to be an easy one for me to do. So we have two. I could use two of these. This came on a beautiful doily, but I love the pink. So let's get some scissors. Now I know what you're thinking. If you don't like cutting into doilies, it's not that difficult to do, because I'm going to get the enjoyment of actually having it on my piece of calendar. All right, so I'm going to cut. I think I should have cut the light blue one out first. It does match. So you can cut away the white bits. Might be able to get you. Scissors in there. I should finish my conversation. And chop all that out. I think that's what I might do. Oh, what's that, you wiener? It's feeling a bit cold. It's very cold here today. But it is cold for us anyway. Yep. So that's going to go there. My iPad decided to turn itself off, saying it's full. It's only a small iPad, so I have to be careful. All right, so yes, I've got rid of that. Don't forget, I need some space at the top. And I'm wondering, oh, what happened to oh no, I didn't cut it out. I did not cut it out. I'm wondering, do I put this pink one down here? Or do I try and find a blue one? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Just a minute. I have a few doilies here with these bits and pieces on it, but I'm wanting a darker one. Oh, look at that. That's very nice. Do I do blue and pink, or do I just do the blue? Right. I like that one. That's my first choice. I'm going to go for that. Right, so I'm just going to cut that there in the middle. Excellent. Now I'm going to try and get rid of those little bits there. I might just sew those down like that. And this is crocheted. I'd love to take a pattern off this. That'd be cool, I reckon. All right, let's not get sidetracked. Okay, so that's going to sit in there like that. Now they're easy to applique down, and so's that. That one, I've got to think about what I'm going to do. What am I going to do with that? I've got some thread. Now I'm just using normal, cotton thread. And I'm only going to do one layer. Is it called one layer? No, it's called one thread. No, right, Weena? Oh, good boy. I've got my dog, Charlie, down here. He's frozen. So I've had to make him a little nest in his bed. Yeah, he's cold. Okay, I don't blame him. Okay. So what am I going to do first? I am thinking I wouldn't mind doing the cup. Let's get some more pins in here. Do you know what I should use? My applique pins, because that's what I'm doing. I'm appliquing. Right. No, they're mints. What did I do with my... I don't know what I did with my applique pins. They should be here somewhere. No, they're mints as well. Nope, nothing in there. Well, I can't use them, can I? I haven't got them. I don't know where I put them. No, they're beads. That's the bin. I'll have to go on the hunt for them. So it is just normal pins. Let's do one in the middle. I don't know where that's gone. I'm annoyed about that now. All right. Love the colours. Love, love, love the colours. Like, I'm not blue person, but I love that blue. It's really pretty. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to maybe do a variety of stitches. And maybe I might just be able to fold under the edge of the teapot. Which is apparently supposed to use your needle and roll it under. But I don't think I'm going to have much luck. I think I might have cut it just a little bit too short. That bit's not too bad. It's hard to put you on the camera. I'll put that down. And look, if you're not sure how to applique, don't. I'm not. Oh, I'm still learning how to do applique, but certainly go and have a look on the internet. There's some other people that do it much better. But I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to do it. And what I'm doing is I'm starting to fray the fabric, and that's going to be annoying. So I'm going to neatly cut that off, and I'm just going to go around just on the edge, fairly close. I don't think I'm going to do blanket stitch, and I'm just going to stitch it down. See, I've come too close to that there, because now the fabric is splitting when I want to put my needle in. And you also got to make sure that your needle's not too thick, and I probably could go smaller again. I think that's a beading needle. Yeah, I could go smaller again, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, starting to fray already. Just trial and error, to be honest. Maybe little tiny back stitches would be better. Now on the camera I can see, because I've got it mirroring to my laptop, that this blue is not as dark as what it is there. It's about 3 shades lighter, but it is a lovely, see, look at that. It is a lovely blue, I must say. And blue's not my favourite colour first. I do like blue, but it's not my favourite in, you know, my choice when I choose colours. So all I'm doing now is trying to applique it down with some stitches, and then I go and get a big knot. So you can see that it's fraying just there on the edges, because I've cut that too short. So lesson learnt, unless you put some Fabri-Tac on the edge, or you get some iron-on interfacing. Oh. Now we're going to get into a knot. What's this knot all about? Right, I'm in a bit of a pickle here. Hopefully it won't take too long, and I'll just have to stop the video. There we go. I'm just going to tack it down with a bit of back stitch, running back stitch. And it's going to look a bit hairy, but anyway, it will be fine. It's only a little calendar. I shouldn't get worked up over it. Plus it makes it look a bit rugged. Right, so that's the process for that. Okay, that's the process for that. And so what I'll do is I'll stitch all that down. I might do some seed stitching in the middle here, and then I will come back and I will tackle the July name. So I'll see you shortly. I've come back to show you what I'm going to do next. I'm just doing some stitching around the edge of the cup. As you can see there, I have done some tiny straight stitches there, but now I want to blend it in. I've sit it down on the fabric or the stuff underneath. Oh, that's coming undone. I've got to fix that up. And so hopefully that looks okay. I don't actually know. What it is this is very, very thin. So I put 2 layers on there. So it's a size 12 pearl cotton. And that's all I know. So hope it doesn't look too ugly. Well, nothing's ever ugly, is it? It's just not what you have in your head. So I'll do that there, but this one I think I'll just do something a bit different. And so I will come back when I've gone around back to the beginning. this is where I'm up to. I have stitched all the way down the oval. I've put some little French knots in there, just one wrap, and then I missed the 2 little holes there. And I did all the way around. Not happy with the way it has sat with that type of thread, but it was thin and I doubled it over, but it is what it is now. I'll get used to it. Just got to stitch all the white bits down, and at the moment I'm just about to go into the J, and I'm just doing a bit of stem stitch. Sometimes mine isn't always, I don't always get it correct, but I do like the way I do it sometimes. You just sort of stitch away and you forget all about the actual way it's been done, even though it works out the same, slightly a little bit different. And then as I'm going around the corner, I bring my yarn through the other side, so that sits on that side, so it keeps the see, when I go like that, there's a little gap there, but if I push my needle through, I bring it on that side, it keeps it to the line, if that makes any sense. I'll just put my yarn over that side. It's sunny today, but it's a bit cold. Right, so there we go. I'm thinking I might come back with a tiny bit of pink. I don't even know if it'll be pink thread, to be honest. You might not see it. No, I need a bit darker. Thought I had some dark thread, or I could do this one here. Maybe. I'll come back in. I'll see what that looks like. I probably need to get it a bit thinner. Right, am I going to have enough? I'll just probably end off here, so it gives me that little bit extra thread. I've realised I've made that a little bit crooked, and that's the teacup's sort of facing up in that direction, but anyway, that's okay. And I have got two, I've doubled up the thread. I don't think that's going to be long enough. I've got heaps of it here. Hello, Mr. Wiener. Charlie's come in to say hello. This is taking a lot longer than I thought. Right, there we go. I'm going to chop that tail off a bit. Now all I've got to do is just come back up again. So sometimes I go to the left with the thread, and depends on what happens, sometimes I go to the right. So that will stay that side. See, that's creeped over that way, so I might just come back in and put a little stitch there. There's that cheeky chook. Now I'm going to go down and come back up to the end here and start a little bit of a tail for the U. I'll keep the thread on this side and just straight up here. Sorry if you can hear the neighbours. They are a couple of, about, I don't know, 5 metres away from 6 metres maybe, but I can hear them, which is a bit annoying. Now, that one's a bit big, this one, but that's okay. I'm just going to jump straight into there. I'll get this finished. All right, I'm going to turn the video off because it's a bit noisy, and I'll come back with more of it finished. All finished. July is finished and done. What I've done is just stitched around the edge. Oops, we're not in focus. There we go. Stitched around the edge. Obviously stitched all the pretty white down. I stitched on the crochet, the hexagon. I've back stitched July. I think all I need to do now is just try and stitch some of that down with some very small seed stitch, but I've already put the back on, so I might just leave it. And I've just stitched that down. A very quick and easy way of doing an applique. Obviously there's lots of other ways you can stitch down. You can use blanket stitch or find a decorative stitch. You can use the sewing machine, but I wanted to do hand stitching. So that fabric is the Tilda new collection, and also I did it on the back as well. I'm a bit close, so that's why I'm a bit wobbly. So I've just got to cut that off. I've just seen that there. That'll be all right. It's just for my calendar. And so July is finished. Let me have a look and see what is in August. I think, oops, sorry, I think my video camera was a bit crooked, so you look like you're on a ship in a bit of a slanty way. So where are we up to? Oh, hexagons. So, yep, I've done a hexagon on there, but that's fine. I will think about what I want to do for hexagons. So that is August. So we've done, I'll recap what we've done so far. Since we're in the middle, we're starting the next 6 months. So that is my, I'll bring you up. That is my January one, and I've stuck it on there. Whether it stays on this, I don't know. There's February. That was, so January was flowers, February was lace and Valentine. March was colour, so that's just all Liberty fabrics and buttons. April was buttons, even though I used buttons on there. It was buttons and Easter. So I did Peter Rabbit and trying to find Easter eggs everywhere, which was the buttons. May was transfer and doodling. I really like that one. And I think this is my favourite. June is my ribbon. And then the next 6 months. This is July. So thank you very much for watching, and if you like the video, like and subscribe, and if you want to hype, you can do that as well. And if you're doing this project, head on over to Sewbits-Kristy on my Facebook group. I'm not too active on there. I think we don't have a lot of subscribers over there. But my friend Pat, she is the part of the administration over there as well. And please, if you want to join, you just have to answer some questions. And that keeps away all the spam and the bots. All right, thank you very much for watching. See you next month.